Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Fueled by Generosity podcast. This is your boy Rich. I am the founder and the Chief Generosity Officer for Generosity Global. I hope everyone is doing great today. Happy Wednesday, wherever you are. As usual, wherever it is that you're signing in from, where you're watching from, where you're listening from, I want to know. So do me a favor, give me a shout out, send some thumbs up, send some loves. That way I can see where you are and I can give you a shout out. If you want to if you want me to put your comments on the screen and shout you out on the screen, please do watch this show from the Generosity Global page or the Fuel by Generosity event page or on our YouTube channel, which is at Generosity Global. You can find us on YouTube. We are there. We are live. We are present. And we are making an impact. As you all know, the Fuel by Generosity podcast is a show that is bringing you all, our donors, our partners, our sponsors, our supporters closer to the mission of Generosity Global. We are bringing you closer to mission. That way you feel connected to everything that we're doing, not only here in America, but also around the world, primarily in Africa, Kenya, and in Cameroon. As you all know, locally in America, we focus on serving the homeless community, and we do so by serving food every second Saturday at our premiere event, which we just had. I think that was 117th consecutive Selfless Saturdays. Woohoo! Go Team GG for being so amazing. 117 consecutive days, selfless months of serving people in the homeless community, giving them home cooked meals, giving them clothes, giving them um, 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 haircuts, you name it. We are there. We are providing and bringing resources from the community to make sure that people have. And then we added another component to that, which is our next top program, which is Generosity Shower, providing um, nice warm showers, mobile showers to people experiencing homelessness. And we've been doing that ever since last May of 2019. And this year we've continued on that. We've expanded our services from 2 days a week to 3 days a week, and looking forward to going to 5 days a week, hopefully next year as we are dying down in the season. It's getting a little bit cold, but I think we're going to be able to push through Generosity Shower through the month of October. So we are hoping we can take it to October where it doesn't get too cold. But overall, in the end, the mission is really to impact people who are experiencing homelessness locally and give them an opportunity to have a better life each and every day. And then in Africa, we focus on clean water projects, which we're going to be talking a lot about in the month of October. We focus on bringing clean drinking water to communities and people in need in sub-Saharan Africa, primarily in Cameroon, where we have successfully drilled 20 wells, and we are working on 21 in Kenya, and have brought clean drinking water to nearly 40,000 people in Africa. So we are excited about the mission at hand, and we are excited about the future. Even though COVID came in and put a damper on our plans, we are still excited. We are still very focused. We are driven by what is to come. We have a big mission ahead of us. We have some big goals, and we are trusting and believing that you all, our donors, our sponsors, our supporters, are going to come in and help us attain this big goal that we have set to ourselves. I think it's a goal that makes sense, but at the end of it all, it's all about giving people this basic necessity in life, which is clean drinking water. I believe that water is life, and the work that we are doing here at Generosity Global is giving people life each and every day. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, wherever it is that you are watching from, we appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you all so much for following me over the last few months, as this is show number 10. And today we have an amazing woman, an amazing guest that I have the privilege of knowing personally. I call her my sister, but she is doing amazing things, impacting the lives of women near and far. She is, she does a lot of things, not only for professionally, but also as a entrepreneur. She is a nonprofit consultant. She is a a leader of women. When I talk about, she is trailblazing and giving women life, giving women purpose, giving women direction, and helping people come together to do good around the world. She is none other. Give me a drum roll, and I'm gonna roll. None other than my sister. I'm gonna bring online Mrs. Linda Arrey. How are you?
Hi, brother.
Ah,
I am doing
caught you in
well.
caught you in the drinking.
I had to. I need my
You
water.
gotta have the water. Yes, we are sponsored. I gotta make sure I get you some bottles.
Sponsor
We are.
people since I brought
Yeah,
them on the show.
huh?
Since I'm over here drinking the sandy water, they better write Gigi a check.
They better write Gigi a check exactly. So we're gonna kick him to the curb. I gotta send you some Vital Hydro Alkaline Water. Those are our official sponsors. We gotta make sure we represent them on the show. Okay. So talk to me. How are you? How's life?
Whew, busy,
Yeah.
but great. Yes, I can't complain. I would rather take busy than sitting and doing nothing.
That is true, and I hear some little angels and well, literally, figuratively, angels speaking in the background.
And I hope they stay in the background. See how long that show lasts before they
The-
want to come be a part of this life. So we'll
well, they are more than welcome. We understand the climate that we are in right now, working from home and parents having to be parents, so everything is allowed. They can be part of it. Hopefully, they don't come, but if they want to be part of it, it's okay,
nah,
right?
I hope they don't.
Yes, ma'am. So it's been 2 months and I've been eager to get you on the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I am so honored and excited at the same time to share this space with you and your community. So thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for saying yes. And for people who do not know who Linda Array is, again, I have the pleasure of knowing you, my wife. You and my wife's like sister friends and sister sisters, and you're like besties. But so we've gotten to know each other over the last few years, and it's funny how we met or we connected. But we'll talk about that. For those who do not know you, please let them know who Linda is. Linda Array is.
Oh my. Well, as you said, I'm a nonprofit startup consultant, a personal growth strategist for women. So I work with a lot of women, particularly working mothers like myself, get from a place of feeling stuck to a place where they're really implementing strategies in their life to live in fulfillment. Because my ultimate goal in life is whatever your needs are, we all need to be executing at a place of fulfillment, whether it's
Mm,
riches you're looking for, whether it's flexibility, whether it's, some people, their next goal is marriage, is kids. Whatever it is that brings you fulfillment, my goal is to take you there. Okay, so that's what I do as a personal growth strategist. And my birth child, Women in Leadership Development and Empowerment, we go by WILDE because we're wildcats out there just really bulldozing communities. So we are a professional group of women that come together with our experiences and skills to really impact other women and communities. And we
yeah.
do this through our four pillars of mental wellness, physical wellness, spiritual wellness, and financial literacy. And I always put financial literacy at the end because I see a lot of women that talk about boss women, closing deals and stuff like that, and emotionally broken. And
Mm,
honestly believe that in order for us to execute at our maximum potential, like really execute using the full potential that God designed us to live in, we have to be whole. You can't just be out there in boardrooms and you're not right upstairs. Or when you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't love the woman that you see. So we have to make sure that we take care of you mentally. Make sure that
hmm.
appreciate this woman that you this body that you're in. And let me tell you, if you don't like it, do something about it. Because you can't sit
Right.
on it, and also emotionally, you know, I strongly believe that you cannot heal from something you don't deal with. So
Mm,
people walk
wow.
around with, bondages and, baggage and past hurt. So my goal is really to work with you to overcome whatever it is that you're dealing with so you can, you know, exist from a place of wholeness. And when you attain, this level of, wholeness and fulfillment, we can then walk into those boardrooms and close boardroom meetings. And I'm not saying you got to wait until you get there. It's a journey.
That's right.
It's a process. But we can focus on, closing deals and writing checks when broken in other areas. So total wellness is really something that is a true desire to me to help women thrive personally and professionally. Because again, we can't be talking about, all these businesses and our homes are broken and then we're broken.
So true. So true.
It's about total wellness at the home personally and at the workplace. And, I'm also an author. My book, Memoirs of a Working Mother, that's something that I say it's my gift to women of the world. I call it, because we women, we have a power that, just think about it. We have God empowered us with a capability to bring life to this world. Just think about that for a second. That is such a powerful gift that we are empowered with. And I just feel we're all queens. So, but a lot of people go through this and then experience, challenges of, loving the woman again after childbirth, and then work-life balance now that you're a mommy, and, I also believe in having alternate sources of income because financial flexibility is key to life's flexibility. I know people think it's not important, but money is an important.
Who said that?
There is, it's money is not the most important thing, but it is a very important factor. So my book really is, I say it's a workbook for women that are looking at executing at their full potential. And if you've seen me, I love me some high heels, but if I'm some days I trade my 6 inches for combat boots,
That's right.
I'm a captain in the Air Force. I am the chief financial officer here at Dover Air Force Base. And I say my most important roles really is mother to my 2 little ones that are, you can hear them in the back, and really wife to my husband, Tay, and just being that sister to my tribe of women. And, a daughter, family and friendships is so important to me. And that's reasons that within our community of WILDE, we have a affiliate community called WILDE Winners Circle. And that is a community of women that, execute using our platform. It's our membership community. And we need women that are ready to thrive personally and professionally. It's not open to, it's not for everybody, because when you come into my community, you got to be willing to put in, that commitment to invest in yourself, because you cannot live where you came. So that's a little bit about.
Well, when I say introduce yourself, you went in, and thank you so much for that, because I think you gave our audience, our viewers, a deep perspective of who you are as a woman, but your love and your connection to women, and more so about living a life that allows us all, men and women, because I believe that, we can learn a lot from what you do and thrive together. I want to welcome again everybody to our show. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Fuel by Generosity Fuel by Generosity podcast. I am Rich Aquo. I am the founder and chief generosity officer for Generosity Global, and I am joined today by our guest, Linda Arrey, who goes by, she is a nonprofit consultant. She's a coach. She's an author. She's a speaker, but then, more so, she is a generous woman that is doing a lot of good around the world. Before we proceed, I want to, shout out our sponsor for today, who is Vital Hydro Alkaline Water. Make sure you visit their website at vitalhydro.com and pick up a case or 2. Get on that subscription, order some, and do know that each time you place an order, A percentage of that sale comes to Generosity Global to help us with our water projects in Africa. I had the founder and the CEO, George Anderson, on the show. I think was show number 5. Make sure you check him out. Support that business. But let's get back to the show. Linda, talk to me. What is it ultimately about women and seeing them prosper and seeing them do good that moves you?
I think I see a lot of, the ultimate goal is creating that communal network that is so powerful in, creating together, because it's so easy for us to get on social media and say sisters supporting sisters. It's so easy for us to talk about sisterhood, but in practicality, a lot of women struggle with getting along and supporting one another. So my ultimate goal is to create a community of women that are really committed to not just growing, but growing with each other. And we groom people into that mindset, because not everybody that comes into my community really believes that. But when you see the way the women in my community execute, when you see how they show up for everybody, and whether it's their winning season or not, you start believing that it really exists. Because you hear a lot of people say, I've really not found a tribe of women that I trust. And I'm saying, have you presented yourself as a woman that can be trusted? Because a lot of times, I'm telling you, and this is just human nature, we're always putting our hands out to receive and thinking about what we're reflecting to society. So I think if we start being our sister's keeper, if we start being the women that are actually looking out for other women and advocating for other women, showing up for other women, whether it's your winning season or not, you can start changing the trajectory and the mindset that supportive women really do exist. You can't just go to receive it when you're not giving it. So the very foundation and the very basic is creating this community of women that truly believe that sisterhood exists, and truly believe that we can learn, support each other, and grow together. Because, the motto is that we are stronger together. And that's true. In my community right now, if I need something, all I need to do is ask. I have the women that are talented in that area, women that are skilled in that area. And even if I don't have somebody there, I have somebody that knows somebody that does. So we are not only consuming our services, but we're creating this, this trading system within our network. And, that is so powerful. And also, using that to empower our immediate surrounding. So, so the sisterhood is not just about, and we do have the coffee dates because we have fun, we have fun, but it's like a courtship instead of a dating. It's a relationship on purpose. Okay, so that is so important as you invite people into your personal space. And I really invite everybody into my personal space, but we are creating this community of women that we can actually trust and bring into your tribe. And within the community, you also have, tighter niches within the community as well that are probably closer to each individual's tribe than others. But it's all about how you show up. You can't be a woman that doesn't show up for others and say that I don't have a tribe of women that I can trust.
And if I like also the fact that you all incorporate give back projects and service to the outer community. So it's not only something that is building within, but you all are very engaged and involved into equipping, the community with love and doing good. Can we talk about that?
Yes, at the end of the day, it's not just to create this thing and then lock it off from the world, right? It's to really show women worldwide that we exist, and you can all experience this thing called sisterhood. So we cannot do that if we are saying we're keeping our services to ourselves. We're then defeating our own purpose. But some of the things that we really do Like one thing that I really love is I give Mama Break Day.
Mama Break Day, yes.
I think this is such I enjoy this particular event. It's a free event. It's free.
Before you say that, I just want to let you know I'm kind of jealous because I need to give that a break day too.
Yeah, maybe you need to start that, Reed. You need to start that with the 10,000 things you're already doing. But I'm sure daddies would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one day. We task moms with one thing: come and relax. That's it. Don't think about the husbands. Don't think about the kids. Just come and let's take care of you. So we give massages. We do manicures. We do guided meditation. I teach a time management class because our goal is to make the women that attend, teach them and equip them with resources to be more effective when they leave.
Yeah.
Because one thing a lot of working mothers complain about is I don't have time. But I tell you, there's no day you wake up and you have 25 hours. You always have 24 hours. So we're equipping those women with tools to effectively manage tasks on their schedule. Because it's not about managing time. It's about managing your processes and tasks. We cannot manage time. Time is like kinetic energy. We cannot change nor destroy time. I cannot pause the clock. So how can I teach you to be able to better manage the task on your schedule? So we equip them with those resources, and we give them a shopping experience. We also teach quick meal prep because, again, time. Let me teach you how to make dinner in 5 minutes. And stuff like that. So it's just a day for the mom. We treat you, we feed you, we equip you, and then we love on you and send you back home. So when you get home to the kids, to the husband, get back to the job, you're performing from a full cup or an overflow. And we have seen that to be more productive. We also have our Women's Wellness and Business Conference. That this is the one place that we really execute our 4 pillars of mental wellness, physical wellness, spiritual wellness, and financial literacy. We curate events all based on those 4 pillars. We teach, we educate, we inspire, we motivate, and we equip you. Because it's not just for you to come and learn. We give you the tools to be able to go and practice it if you are really willing about making change. So we do that during Give Mama Break Day. And you would see us often doing, community projects around. During COVID, we supported here in the U.S., we did a COVID task force that provided, surgical and N95 masks to hospitals here in Delaware. And we also incorporated our expectant mothers. There was no statistic that said that they were more at risk. But because there was no statistic that also did not say they were more at risk, we want to love on our expectant mothers and make sure they are protected. So while the task force was for frontline healthcare workers, but we incorporated our pregnant women there. And we're also blessed by the opportunity to reach. I don't think I told you this. We were contacted by an unhoused shelter here in Delaware. So we were actually blessed through this task force to help a small part of the unhoused community here in Delaware. So that was such a blessing to be able to help in that capacity. And through a partnership with the Cameroonian American military professionals, because I used to be the president of that organization, we actually did another task force and sent over 6,000 cloth masks to Cameroon, different regions in Cameroon. And that particular mission, through partnerships, we're also able to give hand washing stations and hand washing soap to those communities as well.
I saw the video, phenomenal impact. Seeing what did that mean to you? I know we didn't talk originally being, Cameroonian by birth and Cameroonian American. Just being able to do things, and this is not the first time that you've done something for your country, but just to be able to galvanize people, bring people together, and impact lives and that. Like, what did that mean to you as a leader, as a woman, as a mother?
So I'll tell you this, because, as I said, as a nonprofit consultant, I work with a lot of people that want to start nonprofits because they have a heart to serve. I work
Yeah.
with people that have started nonprofit and they are stuck. They just were excited with having a 501c3, and then they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to scale. They don't know how to fundraise, but they have a good, a good mission. The one question I always hear is, should I charge my board members an annual fee? And I said, absolutely yes. If you are coming to serve on my board, you need to be able to invest both time and money.
Absolutely.
Because if I am a potential funder and I am looking at your financial records, especially a foundation that is just starting out, you, the founder, and your board, and they're your first funders of your first projects. You can
agree.
When you started GG, you probably bled your pocket, and you're probably still doing that. I say all of this to say this. A lot of people think that charities are hand-me-down, okay? Charity a favor. Okay, you are supporting the charity, but it is such an honorable thing to be affiliated with a charity.
Absolutely.
It is such a fulfilling thing when you serve. I promise you. Go out there and serve your community and come back and tell me how that makes you feel. So when you meet an opportunity, an organization like, Generosity Global, I bet your people that show up for, the Saturdays, that people, how you have people that come Saturday after Saturday, they're not coming because they're doing Reach a favor. They're coming because they truly feel fulfilled and committed by the mission to serve. So so when you say, how did that make me feel? I can't even tell you. It's unexplainable to say that this, Bachwan Thai girl, right? I was able to actually serve my people in that capacity. And then when you see it play on national TV, the impact that we created, the way people appreciated this little gesture, just the way people appreciated that. And you're like, wow, it's just, wow. And so every time I have the opportunity, and I call it an opportunity because for me, it's such an honor to be able to serve. And every time I have the opportunity, I don't take it lightly because I know that while I may be the one giving, they are serving me. It is such a fulfilling thing for somebody to be able to say that because of you, I was able to do this. No, wow. Everything we do, right? Everything we do, that is what brings the most fulfillment. The transformation that because of your actions, the transformation you created in society, whether it's that t-shirt you put on a homeless person's body, whether it's that bread that you gave somebody, whether it's the clean water, that transformation when they come back to you and say, Reach, this well that you have in Cameroon, that is what is providing clean water to my entire family. That is it. Nothing matters.
Yeah. I mean, that's amazing. And the key part of it is like in service to others, we are being refreshed and we are being fulfilled. At the same time, and I know you have experienced this as a leader, as somebody who's leading multiple things at the same time. There is this thing called burnout where we need to take ourselves away and walk away from it all. But most importantly, identifying and knowing when that time is, so that way you do not deplete yourself, as well as run into a place where you become frustrated and angry and no longer want to do that. Have you experienced that as somebody who's constantly giving? And
I'm experiencing it right now. I tell you this, there comes a time where you really need to use the spirit of discernment to know what projects to be involved with. Because especially people see you and everybody look at you like the savior, the solution. And you have to understand you cannot save everybody. And sometimes it's so hard to say no. But I'll tell you this, as the saying goes, no is a complete sentence. And sometimes
I like that.
have to, yes, we have to say no sometimes, because if you get to that burnout, and when I talk about saying no, you have to tap out before you reach burnout. You can't be tapping
Mm,
when you're getting ready to jump off the bridge. That's
mm,
not the time to say I've taken too much, okay?
yeah, yeah.
You start tapping out when you feel like you're 30% there. You pull back, you take a break, maybe let some projects go, you recuperate, you come back. You don't wait until you're overwhelmed, you cannot think, your thought processes are everywhere, then you say, I'm tapping out right now. Because that's a dangerous time for you to even be alone by yourself because of fear of
True.
what you can do. So yes, I do feel my goal is not to get to burnout. My goal is to identify the traits that I'm getting to burnout, and then I tap out. And I really do that by being very particular about the projects that I involve myself in. I always tell people this, that I can always make money. You can never give me back my time. So
Mm,
my time is so important to me that I really use it judicially these days. And as I get older, I'm really like, everything is so the thought process that I put in involving myself in projects is the same thought process I put with people that I invite into my tribe. So, and I think everybody, because has a giver, somebody that I am truly committed to service. But I had to come to the realization that I am not the servant for everybody.
mm.
And it is,
Wow.
yes, it is so many.
Can we unpack that? That was so deep. I am not the servant for everybody. That is so deep because there is a lesson to be learned. So can you unpack that for us, please?
Yeah. So, and I'll tell you this, the amount of stuff, just, we're in social media right now. If I were to pull my social media inbox right now, it is ballistic. And it's people that get in and, they need help, they need this, they need from, whether it's, nonprofit help to what, people are going through and stuff like that. It is a constant thing. And I always find myself going line by line and finding a solution for everybody.
Mm,
I am a nonprofit consultant. I'm a personal growth strategist. I am a business owner. So one way that I did that is start identifying people that I can give a quick response to, and people that I can say, this is my booking form, book an appointment.
hmm
Okay. A lot of people are quick to get in your inbox, but then they don't want to write you a check. So, but there are some people that truly you can just, quickly respond to, and then it's out. But some
Right.
people would really want to consume an hour, 2 hours of your time in your inbox,
Who
or
has time for that?
or want to give you a call, and just stuff like that. So me personally, I really didn't care about, if I can help, I want to help. But I had to realize that I really cannot. If I emulate that kind of behavior, guess what's happening? That 1 hour I just spent with you, unaccountable 1 hour, unproductive 1 hour for me. I'm serving you. That is 1 hour I just took away from time with my kids. So
hmm
right now, I am in the position to serve you? No, because I have to realize that at the end of the day, who are my priorities and what are my priorities? That is so important, because a lot of time when we have the heart of service, we are out there serving others, and the people that are lacking are our home.
That's true.
Serving. By the time we come home, we are tired. We are tired. We cannot spend time with the kids, with our spouses. And so I had to really realize that I cannot serve everybody. As much as I love to serve, as much as I love giving back to the community, investing in women, I cannot be your servant today. And the most important lesson of that is that it is okay. Because when I started this journey, I would feel bad about it. But I had to change that mindset that it is okay. Lord,
Yeah.
I've done my service for today. I'm sorry that this person did not make the mark. And
Yeah. Yeah. I think that is such a key point. And again, thank you to everyone who is watching us right now. Thank you for joining the Fuel by Generosity podcast. We have Linda Arrey, who is a nonprofit startup consultant. She is a business strategist. She is a mom. She is a wife. She is a leader of women, and doing amazing things in the community. And so normally we'll have somebody who may be out there in the world doing things, but she is the one who actually helps people if they want to take their ideas of doing good and actually create a nonprofit organization and actually get that 501c3 designation and actually guide them as to how to go about getting funding and getting sponsorships. She is the one you would talk to. So I'm bringing her on the show not only to talk about what she does from a business staff, but also what she does in the community. But there's so much key to what you said about not everybody, it's the same thing as like not everybody is your client, right? Not every person that you start a business is going to be your client. Not every, you know, I tell people you cannot save the entire world, right? You cannot do every single thing to do, if there's animal rescue, you want to do that. There's a fire problem, you want to go tackle that. If there's, human issues or human trafficking, you want to find one or two things that you are really passionate about and allow yourself to get on fire about that thing and deploy yourself wholeheartedly. Because what I find is once you are focused and you are targeted and you are giving your all and your energy to that one thing, it allows you to become your best. It allows you to actually meet people where they are and transform their lives where they are. But yes, I totally agree that, your service is not for everyone, and service is not everybody's going to benefit from you being a servant, right? Because there's only so much time in the day, there's only so much of you to give. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not going to make the cut. But I get people who are coming and requesting now, like we need help for this, we need help for education. But we tell them that Generosity Global is mainly focused on, water, showers, and food, and now a women program. We cannot. Our resources are so finite. Our resources are so limited. So we have to make sure that our resources are geared towards what it was intended to be used for. Do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. And when you lose focus, when you don't have a purpose, when you don't have a mission, then you turn to be unproductive, not just to yourself, but to the cause.
Yes.
Because you're everywhere and doing all of everything, but less impact and so it's so important. And I always tell people that what is the objective of the mission? Because a lot of people, like you said, it's so easy for somebody to say, let's do education. And you say, oh, yes, let's start an education committee. And by the time you know it, you've thinned out your resources, thinned out your power, and you're not actually creating that particular thing that was the foundation of the charity. So I totally agree with you that every nonprofit, every organization, even a business, even as an individual, you have to identify your core values and stick with them. You have to identify your core objectives and stick with them, because that's important. It's like a framework to guide you in life.
Yeah,
we need a framework, and when you don't have values, you fall for
anything.
So it's the same principle when it comes to business and doing nonprofit. We need values, we need structure.
That's good. That's good. One of the things that I love that what you do, and I believe that this is your way of giving back to women, is, creating this hub and creating this space that women can come and thrive. But more so, it's like you're helping women identify their purpose. Can we, like I really, because purpose is so key in life, right?
Yeah.
Purpose is so key because you're giving birth to, or allow women to give birth to dreams that they have, so that way they can pursue and go out there and be even greater. Like, let's talk about that. And if you have a unique example that you can give of a few women that you have personally impacted and what they're doing now in their lives.
I have so many, and I wish I could read some of the messages that I get. But I tell you this, again, to that fulfillment. When I really see these women that when they came to me and they are like, oh, you know what, I really want to go out there. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, my love. So when you see women that come and they say what their shortfalls are. Hi.
Who was that, Ariel or Angel?
Ariel.
Okay. Hi, Ariel. We knew she was gonna come eventually. Hi, Ariel. How are you?
Your Papa P? Okay.
Okay, got the two beautiful ladies on the screen now.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can bring them all in. There we go. Hello, ladies. How are you today? Hi, Ariel. Hi, Angel. How are you? Okay, so you she,
Okay, I think I have your baby. Okay.
Linda, how do you do it?
Well, I'm trying to put. She needed me to put on her baby's clothes. Okay, all
Okay.
done now. Can we? There you go. All done. Thank you for stopping by. I love you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely. You know, you only get this on the Fuel by Generosity podcast, right? You know, mom being mom, you know, and mom being a boss lady, and yet she still has to be mom. But you know, that's the beauty about, you know, who you are.
To come over.
Huh?
As I was wondering how long it would take before they come over.
We did say that before the show started, so they did make their way over. But yeah, let's get back into what we're talking about, the impact.
Yeah, when you see people come and they talk about, things that they've gone through in life that they've not been able to overcome, this roadblock, and they can't take the next step. And a few months later, you see them showing up differently. People that say, you know what, I want to do public speaking, but I'm scared of, the stage. And then a few months, they are booking speaking engagements. They're showing up confidently. They're doing Facebook Lives. Like, you see people that want to write that book.
Right.
And they don't really believe, like me, an author. I'm like, you have a story in you. And so it's, when I talk about transformation, it really is about the transformation. And you see the growth in the way women show up after being a part of the community. And I just really like the messages, the messages. I read some and I even get teary about the impact that this women have had just by this encounter. And one of our women, I connect with women at different levels. When I meet somebody and I just hear your story and I'm like, it's a connection. And I'll tell you one story. I wouldn't say names, but she is my current barber, so people probably want to go Google my barber. Okay, we met for me booking an appointment with her. And she was, I wanted to work with Delaware's finest barber. She's she won top celebrity barber in Delaware, right? And so I guess now that's not. And she cut my hair. We had a conversation. I came back, and she was on Instagram and saw me and said, "Oh, I didn't know you do all of this. Like, why didn't you say this?" And and we started communicating. She asked if she could call me, and we started communicating. Told me her story, and we went to work. And time and again, she just expressed how the acceptance within the community and the guidance and everything. She's currently writing her first book that will be in December. But she had to see that, and that's just an example. And one other big thing is the collaborations. When I talk about we are stronger together, it is no joke. Women have been able to collaborate and start businesses. Women have been able to collaborate and do events, been able to collaborate, do podcasts. So many things that one person probably couldn't do on their own. And this network, they were able to find that person that they can do it with. But stories, some days I say, what, I'll start just putting reviews as, we have open enrollment going on. I probably should do that. The stories are just endless, but at the same time, beautiful. When you see this woman talk about the growth, I tell you this, not everybody that comes to your community as well is really out there to share in that communal relationship. Some people are dictators. Okay, because
Mm.
I've had a few spectators that just want to see what Linda Arrey is doing with her community, and they come, they say wolf in sheep clothing. So I do experience that as well all the time. Some people just come to see, my philosophy, my how I do business and stuff like that. And so, and a lot of those people come and actually still also benefit from, what we offer. But I
Mm-hmm.
say, whatever I do, as much as I appreciate when people reach back and say, thank you, because of this, I did this, I don't
Mm-hmm.
expect it. Because I see a lot of people that I'm like, that's the Linda Arrey touch right there, but they would never admit it. Because,
Yeah.
yes, and I don't expect it, but I see you. And I also see the spectators. And it really doesn't bother me because I'm an innovator. I'm a creative. I'm always on the go. And I know that by the time people, they say, my sister Nancy, she says that always show up authentically because God would never bless the counterfeit.
Mm.
God knows you. He knows who he created. So
Mm.
that's who he's blessing. That's who he identifies with. So it's such a powerful message. You gotta you gotta present yourself like the creator made you. So I am real. I'm excited for my committed members. I'm excited for the Thai community, and I'm excited for the spectators. They are learning. I'm an
Yeah.
instructor. I'm here to teach. So.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Everybody is welcome. Not everybody is going to want to participate. At the same time, there's value to give, but those who are able to come and take from what they can, those
yeah.
are the ones who thrive. Those are the ones who flourish. Those are the ones who make it to the end of it. I particularly, I love the fact that you're able to help women find their voice in doing what you do. And I've seen some reviews and I've seen some women, some feedback of the things that you do is for a woman to find her voice. What does that mean?
I'll tell you this. A lot of times I told you about working with a lot of women that are feeling stuck in life, right? And that sense of feeling like I don't really know what I want to be when I grow up. Okay.
Mm, mm-hmm.
I think that's kids. It's not for college kids. Like it's grown adults really
Yeah,
having
yeah.
feeling like what I don't even like this job that I'm in. I feel like it's just a job, it's just a check. Like, what is it that I'm really doing that brings me fulfillment? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
perfectly fine. I feel a lot of times we are chasing purpose without understanding what purpose is.
Mm. Tell
So
me more. Tell me more.
yeah, to be able to understand purpose, you got to peel the layers and really understand purpose has two factors. It's really not it's the intersection of the things that drive you. What are the things that you're passionate about? Just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean that's your purpose. Okay. um you have to find that intersection between the things you're passionate about and the things you're skilled at.
Mm-hmm.
When you find that intersection, that's purpose. You see a lot of people that say, I'm really good at fixing computers. But guess what? That talent alone doesn't wake you up at 5 in the morning to fix computers. Why you're great at it, you're not passionate about fixing computers.
Mm-hmm.
You need that thing that you're both skilled at, which is the talent, and the passion, which is the drive. You can't have one and not the other. The reason a lot of people are feeling stuck is they just have one. You find this thing you really love and you just go with it. And you realize I don't have talent in this area. Like I'm lost. And maybe you can hire people, but guess what? You're not the one leaving it.
That's right.
You're not leaving your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really passionate. You gotta find that thing. And I promise you, if you search it, you gotta find that thing that you're both passionate about and skilled at. Because that passion will wake you up at 5 in the morning to work on that thing. And because you're skilled at it, that skill is going to take you places. So
Mm.
find those things that you're passionate and skilled at. Number one, that is so important. And another important life lesson when it comes to this purpose journey is really not making things that are minuscule or making problems out of things that you cannot impact, because a lot of people feel stuck with the most silly things. I have found this my purpose, but I really my sisters don't support me. Rich did not like my post, and now I'm mad, I don't want to post tomorrow, stuff like that. When you're living your purpose, girlfriend, when you shine when you don't care about, like you find that purpose, and you shine differently when you really live on your own terms.
That's right.
And when you show up authentically, then people start gravitating towards this light that they see. What's happening is a lot of people are not authentic, especially on social media. You have this thing that is uniquely you. But because of all the likes and then social media fame right now, you kind of tweak it and try to mirror what everybody else is doing. You
Right.
lose authenticity, you lose the audience, you lose the engagement. Just be you. I saw a post about this girl, my friend Charlotte, one of my community members. She shared this post. This woman makes $10,000 a month for walking around and mimicking a cat. She just posts videos about she's a cat, and people $10,000 a month.
Wow.
And that is something that if we were to say we're doing a cat interview for somebody that works like a cat, nobody would show up. But I'm talking about the power of showing up authentically.
Mm-hmm.
We never thought that this virtual world would be what it is today. We never thought that. But just imagine even the innovation that all these virtual platforms have created right now. Imagine if somebody had this right before COVID, like Zoom. They skyrocketed the marketplace before they got in, the bug and stuff like that. But they monopolized the marketplace because they had been showing up big in that capacity. You got to find your lane. You got to stick with it. And I promise you, I always say this, there are people that one day they would just want to say, you know what, girl, we went to high school together, because you stayed the course. You got to stay the course. And this purpose journey is not that, because I found my purpose, life is going to be all smooth. So no.
It's so easy, isn't it? It's so easy.
So you can't give up as well just because you found this thing that you're great at, you're skilled at, you're passionate about, and it's not taking off like you wanted it to be. You got to keep sowing the seed. You got to keep watering the plant, because harvest is going to come. But it doesn't come if you just stop. It doesn't come if you don't put in the work. Just because you found it doesn't mean that, life is going to be smooth. But I'm telling you, stay the course, and you're going to get the support. You're going to and staying the course doesn't mean you keep doing the same thing every day.
Every day, yeah.
If it means trying different things, because you can't be doing the same thing every day, getting the same results, and saying that, oh, Coach Linda said stay the course. No, stay the course is saying don't give up, but it means also trying different things.
Yeah, okay? Yeah. That's deep, and just to add to that, it's knowing exactly where you're going, know exactly where you want to go to, and what that destination is. It's not really all about the destination, is the journey along the way. A lot of people miss out because they're so focused on the destination, and the moment that it doesn't look like where they're going, they want to jump off the ship. They want to start something new. They want to start something different. But I think life is made, when we stay focused on the journey. That's where we meet people and interact with people. And you and I connected like 2 years ago. I saw something you were doing with a fellow sister, Eureka, here in Maryland, and I said, I love how she talks. I love how she walks. I love her confidence. I sent you a friend request, and we've just hit it off ever since then. And in this space of, I tell people, in this space of doing good and leading and engaging. Collaboration is such a big thing. Being able to collaborate in good spirit, because not everybody is going to want to collaborate in good spirit, right?
Mhm.
There are, I'm not going to go too far into it, but there are some collaborations that just doesn't work, and sometimes that the value that you bring to the table is not what the other party is going to bring, so it's just not even worth your time. I'm sure you've had examples like that.
You probably have seen me talk about this all day. So
Yeah, all day. I wanted you to say it. I didn't want to say. I wanted you to say it.
a lot of people like, oh, let's collaborate and put this event together. Let's collaborate on this project. And I'm like, okay, what do you have in mind? What do you bring in? What is your people think collaboration is to stick their name on the flyer? No.
Mm,
Collaboration. If I want to just, put your, I would, it's not about me carrying you on my head and walking. It's about us holding hand to hand. Okay.
that's right.
Some days I may have to pull you, and sometimes on the walk you may have to pull me, and sometimes on that collaboration we may walk aligning with one another. But it's everybody, bringing something to the table. You can't come to a collaboration and you got nothing to put on the table.
Empty-handed. Empty-handed.
Collaboration, you just need to hire me for my services. It's
Yeah.
collaboration. Yeah, but you see a lot of people that really think collaboration means because both of our names out there is collaboration. No,
Right. Yeah.
you don't have to bring the equal amount of, of the goods. Nobody's saying that, but bring something of value. So before you approach somebody about a collaboration, please have a clearly executed plan in mind, and also have clearly where you see that fit into that vision.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't come to a collaboration, you don't even have an implementation plan. You don't even know where you're heading, but you just
Mm,
have an idea that sounds good. And you have to have your project thought out. And then you're coming out and making this collaborative proposal, and then telling this person where they add value. And then if they concur with that, you two then solidify the plan together.
I
But you
love it.
approach somebody for a collaboration, you have nothing. And when you're coming to me for a collaboration, it's not for me to figure out where I fit in your vision. It's for you to tell me how I bring value, and then
Mm.
contribute to that and expand on this vision and mission that you have. So
Woo.
before you jump into people's inbox and say, let's collaborate on a project, have a plan, have a blueprint, and tell somebody why they bring value. It's the same philosophy when you're approaching, your board. Don't just tell somebody jump on my board. You know, you have to have this beautiful thing that they
Mm-hmm.
want to be a part of, right?
Absolutely.
This beautiful thing, you have high bargaining power. So when you tell somebody that, listen, you're gonna be a good fit to my board, you're telling them how to bring value and how you serve them, how being
Yeah.
part of this beautiful thing is going to beautify their life. You can't
Yeah.
tell somebody join my board and then you don't even know what your nonprofit is about. You don't even know what your numbers are. You have to know both, not when I talk about numbers, I'm not just talking about money. You have to know your financial numbers and your impact numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know who you're serving, how many you've served, the reach, and all of that stuff. So when you're approaching somebody, they unequivocally cannot say no to you, because you're presenting this beautiful package that they want to be a part of. So a lot of times when you don't approach people correctly on a collaboration, that's how you get people telling you no, because you didn't have a blueprint, you didn't show them where they fit into the vision,
Yeah.
and you didn't say what you were bringing to the table.
I love it. That's why she is the nonprofit consultant, startup consultant. She is the business strategist. I have your website. I believe that's the right website, Linda Arrey, lindaarrey.com.
Yes,
Is
yes.
that? Yes, please make sure you check out her website. And I believe people can get in touch with you that way, correct?
Yes, they can.
Services. Awesome, awesome. So, Linda, we've had our audience listening to us for the past 59 minutes. And there are people out there who are ready to get started on either starting a nonprofit or just, starting something that is going to impact the world, that is going to impact lives, that is going to, touch women or do something for kids, whatever that is. What words of wisdom, what call to action do you have for our audience that is listening right now that we can leave them with?
I say just start.
Just
Because a
start.
lot of times people sit on stuff waiting for, waiting for you to give birth, waiting for your corn to grow first, waiting for
Mm,
Corona to be over. Let me tell you, this Corona philosophy, whether it's true or fake or political strategy or real, listen, the fact that we're living in the COVID world, we all have to learn to coexist with COVID. Okay, you can't be waiting for this thing to be over. You can't be waiting until you get a raise from work before you start. You gotta just
yeah,
start, because the
that's
moment
right.
you get a raise, you're gonna have other demands. You can't be waiting until you have more time. Again, you're gonna only have 24 hours in the day. So again,
Yeah.
you just have to start. But I want to say this before you start anything, whether it's nonprofit or you just want to do good, or you have to think about who are you creating for,
Mm.
because you can't love your product more than the people.
More than people will.
Okay, you can't start this thing that there is no need for it. You don't have a consumer base, so it's so important to look at your audience. And one thing that I see people also make a lot of mistake in is picking the name. A name, let me tell you, as simple as it is, a name is so important. You have to pick a name that resonates with the mission and the audience and the
Mm,
objective.
true.
Yes. So a name is so important. And
Yeah.
then your objectives. When you think about objectives, again, think about the transformation.
Yeah.
What is this thing that if you create this thing, whether it's a nonprofit or a product, who are you serving and how are you serving them? How are you changing lives with this product? It is important. This is not something you think about when you have your 501c3. No, this is something you think about in the formation stage, because
Hmm.
when when you get your 501c, the work just began. A lot of people think that they arrive because they have a 501c. No, that is when the work starts. But it's
Yeah.
so important that you lay down solid foundation
Yeah.
to that. So you're creating you have the right funders, and all of that stuff. And when I talk about funders, and I always say funders are partners. That's
For
something
sure.
that a lot of people think, that a funder is somebody you get money from and then you don't see them again and stuff. No, it's a relationship, it's partners, because you want that money over and over.
Over and over.
And you have to show them something of value to be willing to partner with your charity. So again,
Yeah.
if you're willing to start, I say make sure it's certain things. Again, Rich left my website. You can go on there. It's so important to have a solid foundation for your 501c3 nonprofit, because a lot of people think the goal is to get a 501c3. No, the goal is to have a sustainable and impactful nonprofit organization. And having a 501c alone doesn't do that. So it has
Yeah.
to be sustainable, it has to be impactful. Okay.
Love it.
But whatever you're sitting on, I say just start. Yes, my love. You want to, okay, Pepper Pig? Yeah. Okay. Let's find Pepper Pig.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Got to have Papa Pig on it. But I love the fact that, at the end of the day, it's all about getting started, right? Just start. And once you start, I believe that without having all the answers, without having all the boxes checked, it's all about having this desire to want to do good, to have this desire to want to impact lives, having this desire to want to change your life or two, and you figure everything else along the way.
And let me say this, Rich. The goal also is not to start a nonprofit, okay? The goal is to serve.
Yeah, absolutely,
A lot of
absolutely.
times there is somebody out there that's already doing this thing that you can partner with and support.
Hmm.
Profit. The thing is, everybody wants to have a CEO title, and that is just the list thing you should be worried about. Uh,
Yeah,
the most important thing of your nonprofit is that impact, is that service. So
yeah.
sometimes,
I just pressed it,
which one, my life?
but I'm a pop-up it, and I hear.
It's not here. Should we do a bubble copy?
Yeah.
Thank you. You see, I can negotiate.
There you go. That's what it's all about. That's what you do. That's what you do best.
Yeah, the most important thing is to serve rich. And I tell you, don't wait until you start your nonprofit. Even if your end goal is to own your own nonprofit, people don't even own
You
nonprofits.
don't own it. Mm-mm.
So I just need to put that out there because people think, I'm CEO, that means I own this thing. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
So please find reputable. I say reputable because that's important. I've seen a lot of nonprofits that I'm paying for their car note. No, I don't want to pay for a CEO's car note or find a reputable nonprofit that has transparent bookkeeping records. And I tell you this, Generosity Global. And I'm not saying this because I'm on Rich's call, his podcast. I say this all the time. You guys are doing such a phenomenal job. Whether it's clean water back in Cameroon, and you guys have, Kenya, your women's project, like Erica, gosh, like the women's mission, women's health is so important. And to be able to break grounds with that, I can't even tell. I watched the video and I teared up. It is, you guys are doing such an amazing job. Given your Given Saturday as well. Like, look at the videos, So I really and giving doesn't necessarily mean the money is good because nonprofits need the money to operate. Okay. But if you're not in a position to give money, give time. Show up.
That's right. Yeah.
Show up. But remember, Gigi needs the money to operate. I know you have a big goal, Rich. Yes.
We have a huge goal, and
so we need to put that number down and start working it because you are one person that I've not seen any fundraiser you've done that you've not exceeded your goal. I don't think there's been one. So I'm not even worried about this $100,000, 1 million goal. I'm not worried about that. So, and I think, this community, everybody watching, like, watch out for Generosity Global 2020. Because that's going to be virtual, but it would still be very impactful. I know.
Absolutely.
I'm going to wear my ballroom dress just because COVID is not going to take that opportunity from me. Okay? So
that's right.
to be on the purple carpet. So yes.
That is
to say that because don't just don't show up and enjoy and leave without also investing.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, it pays back to invest. Linda, thank you for your kind words. Thank you for graciously accepting to be on this show. I believe you have shared a wealth of information that people who are looking to get started in the nonprofit space can get started, and also reminding people that you do not necessarily need a 501c3 designation to do good, right? I believe that good is something of the heart, something that is filled with love, and we do good just because we want to impact lives. So for all of you who have been watching us for the past 68 minutes, we want to thank you all so much for joining us again for another Fuel by Generosity podcast. Thank you all for being faithful listeners over the past few months, and definitely look forward to hearing your feedback on this show. And please reach out to Linda if you need help getting things started. Like you said, just start, and once you start, the ball is going to keep rolling. So for now, this is Rich, your founder, your host, and my dear friend and sister Linda, giving you a bye-bye from our studios. And you all, Linda, you have the last word.
I just want to say my daughter just asked me for chips and juice, and I told her that give me a minute, and she said, "Mommy, I will hold you to your word."
There you go. So you better go give the chips and the juice. So we are out of here.
Integrity is everything. Your word is your wealth. So be a person of your word.
I love it. All right, Linda, thank you. Have a great day. Thank you all so much for listening. God bless. And we are out. We are Generosity Global. That's right.